everyone, this is Sibel Edmonds reporting on the ground from Turkey. I have another exclusive report for you today. The reason I'm saying exclusive is because, as with my previous news report, this piece of information has not been covered by any other media outlet or journalist. If you haven't watched my previous report on this case, make sure you go back and watch it. Meanwhile, I'll provide the major relevant outline from the previous report. Tarrant, the alleged suspect in the New Zealand mass shooting, came to Turkey on March 17, 2016 and stayed for only 3 days. On the day he arrived in Turkey, the German embassy issued a terror alert based on a specific and concrete tip and shut down its embassy and consulate in Istanbul. 2 days after Tarrant's arrival and the German consulate shutdown, a major terror incident took place in Istanbul within a few blocks of the German consulate and Tarrant's hotel. The suicide bombing targeted, killed, and injured many Israeli Jewish targets. The bombing was attributed to ISIS hate crime against Jews. 1 day after the terror incident, Tarrant hastily left Turkey. Now, let me tell you what happened 6 months later when Tarrant came back to Turkey for his second visit, what happened in Turkey as soon as he arrived and while he stayed here in Turkey. Are you ready? On his second visit, Tarrant arrived in Turkey on September 13, 2016, this time for an extended stay. Now listen to this, people. As with his previous Turkey visit, within the first day of his arrival, the German embassy in Turkey issued warnings and went on a lockdown over ISIS terror attack fears, citing another credible tip. This is exactly, by this I mean 100%, exactly what happened in Tarrant's first visit to Turkey 6 months earlier on March 17. Here it is. Germany shuts embassy, consulate, and schools in Turkey over a very concrete tip-off. Even if you believe in eerie coincidences in geopolitics and terrorism cases, can you believe this level of coincidence? Tarrant arrives in Turkey on March 17, 2016. German embassy shuts down based on concrete terror tip on March 17, 2016. Tarrant arrives in Turkey on September 13, 2016, 6 months later. German embassy shuts down on September 14 due to a very specific terror threat. This time around, the British embassy in Turkey also shuts down due to security terrorism fears and tips. Here it is. UK to shut embassy in Turkey's capital Ankara due to security fears. I'm asking you again, what are the statistical chances of one individual's both entries into a country coinciding with a rare shutdown of the German embassy consulates within the first 24 hours of entering that country? I also went back and quickly researched all German embassy shutdowns in Turkey since 2012. These two, the ones coinciding with New Zealand suspect Tarrant's arrivals, were the only ones I could find. So no, it's extremely rare for the German embassy to issue concrete and specific warnings and shut down its embassy and consulates in Turkey. There is another interesting fact that just came out as well. On October 25th, 2016, after 43 days in Turkey, Tarrant leaves Turkey. Do you know where he headed next? Right, Israel. Here it is. A senior Israeli immigration official said Tarrant arrived in the country from Turkey on October 25th using his Australian passport. He was granted a 90-day tourist visa and left the country 9 days later. According to the Israeli officials, Tarrant's passport, and this is with an extensive collection of stamps from dozens of countries like Pakistan, North Korea, did not raise any eyebrows. Another noteworthy development. Despite having all this information, the government and media here in Turkey did not make them available. Only 48 hours after I published my first report on New Zealand shooting and his first trip to Turkey, and that coinciding with a terror attack and this German embassy shutdown, this is when the media in Turkey panicked and published a piece by copy-pasting some of my facts and then mixing and twisting those facts with other misinformation, probably to distract. Let's see what they do after this video is up. In a thorough analysis, a thorough investigation, every fact, every incident, every connection, every coincidence is treated and processed as important. This is a must. The serious terror warnings based on a concrete and a specific tip-off, the shutdown of German embassy and consulates coinciding with Tarrant's 2 entries into Turkey is an angle that cannot be dismissed and disregarded. I am not saying this as a layman or just a journalist, but also as an expert. For those of you who are not familiar with my background, I have a degree in criminal justice and forensic sciences from George Washington University. I also have a degree in criminal psychology from George Washington University. For my internship, I worked under former head of the FBI forensic labs, Dr. Frederick Whitehurst, for 1 year on terrorism forensics. I also worked for 3 years as an investigator for guardian ad litem offices on sex crime against children, and this was in 1990s. I speak 4 languages fluently. I'm a geopolitical analyst, and I have a master's degree in public policy and international commerce. So I'm telling you, these 2 coincidences cannot be coincidences, okay? They are not. These need to be investigated further. The show notes and transcripts will be available to all Newsbud community members. Please subscribe and/or donate to Newsbud for independent media reports with integrity. And thank you all. This is Sibel Edmonds here, reporting on the ground from Turkey.